so E3 has officially kicked into high gear with our favorite video game company of all time, EA. No, that is not true. We're not big fans of EA for some of their past things, but are we ready to forgive them? I'm not saying anything, but I want to talk about the brand new Jedi Fallen Order gameplay that was shown today. I'm not going to show any footage in here in case they decide to want a flag or whatever. You never know with this company. You never know. But I want to come in to say I watched it all, and I have a little bit to say about it, for sure. Honestly, I saw the original trailer, and I thought, okay, that's fine. They're doing another game. It's going to be like, Force Unleashed. I enjoy those games. I really do. But my big concern is it's a single-player game, which I'm happy about. That's the number one thing I want to say. I'm very happy it's a single-player game, but I'm nervous. I'm nervous about microtransactions and, like, extra things you have to pay for. I just want it to be like the 90s. Just give me the game. Just give me the game. Let me play through it single-player and enjoy it. That's all I want. And it's so funny with EA. You always have that feeling like, what are you... Okay, you give me a game that I like now, but what are you going to do? How are you going to pull the rug from underneath me? And that's how I've kind of felt with this. So I've kind of gone in nervous. I really have. So, obviously, it was EA Play. They had, all the rest of their games. I'm just there for Jedi Fallen Order. That is the only thing that I'm absolutely interested in. And how was it? They showed 15 minutes of gameplay, uninterrupted. It was pretty good. Yeah, it was pretty good. So it's Respawn Entertainment. So obviously your character's running on walls a few times. Even Greg Miller, who was hosting it, he did a great job hosting. Very enthusiastic guy, very confident guy. I give him props for doing a pretty good job hosting an event like that and keeping the energy high. But yeah, he made a joke about characters running on walls and stuff like that because I gotta say, Respawn Entertainment, I love them. I loved Titanfall, especially Titanfall 2 is a very underappreciated game. That game is amazing. The one-player story mode in there was good, so that's why I have a lot of confidence. I like this team. EA is the unusual corporation that, is always trying to milk things, but I think the development teams are really good underneath them. And so I have a lot of hope. And my hope was kind of fulfilled in watching this trailer. It was very, very good. It was very, very good. Obviously, you play as a Jedi. It's after Order 66 is, activated in the third Star Wars movie, Episode 3. So all the Jedi have gotten hunted down. It seems that this Jedi has not gotten hunted down. He's still survived. And yeah, anyways, so it takes place on the Kashyyyk planet, the Wookiee planet. And there's an Imperial base there, and they're trying to liberate the base. And so your character's running around, and this is where we get to see the gameplay. And I was impressed. At certain bits were very, very good. It's a lot of, running, and you can use your lightsaber, you can force push and pull. Those are things that we've seen before, but there was a couple of things that really blew my mind, and I'm going to get to them in a second. You also have a little robot helper. He'll help open up locks. He also enhances the story, will tell you story bits. He'll heal you as well. And he's just kind of on your back, and he'll jump down and do certain things. I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. The other thing you can do is slow time down. That was kind of cool, but I've seen that kind of gameplay before, so a lot of it's the kind of gameplay I've seen that before, but this is where I was kind of blown away at certain moments. I was like, what the... There's one point where you're like dodging stormtrooper laser blasts with your lightsaber, which we've seen before, but then one of the stormtroopers shoots at you. You kind of slow down time and you pull the stormtrooper into his own blast. And that's how he gets killed. I was sitting there by myself and I was like, oh my god, that is cool. What I also liked is some troopers you're fighting with, they have their force like staffs or whatever, and you have your lightsaber and you're battling them. And at certain moments they stop in the middle of combat and they taunt you. And I was like, that is really, really awesome. The whole taunting thing was really cool. The animation, the characters, the environments, I was very impressed. This is everything, honestly, I'm going to say it, that I want out of a one-player Star Wars game. So I was not unhappy with the graphics, the environments. There's certain points where the stormtroopers are attacked by these spider-like creatures. And I was just sitting there watching that, and even the creators of the game, the heads of the studio, were saying that you could just sit and watch them try to fight these spiders, or, you know, obviously you're going to jump down and get involved as well, because what would be the fun of just watching it? And you can just kind of watch these things happen in real time, and I really enjoyed that. There's two things that I'm not going to ruin here. There's some characters. There's from Rogue One in here at the beginning and at the very end, and I'll save that. I mean, come on. I'll put a link down to the trailer, to the gameplay footage down below if it's online by the time I put this video up. But I was taken back, and I can honestly say that from the original trailer, I thought it looked okay, and seeing the gameplay kind of got me a lot more excited. The only thing that wasn't talked about, and I don't know if it'll be talked about at a later time, they'll have to talk about it. I was hoping they would talk about it. I was really hoping the creators of the game were going to say, and by the way, guys, no microtransactions. You know, like, that's what I was hoping to hear. And I didn't hear anything like that. They didn't say anything. They're just like, oh, you know, on to Apex Legends now. And, you know, I came just to make this video. And so I hope there is some talk about that. I really hope that I know I keep going on about this. I just want it, you know, to get the game and just play it and enjoy it. And then in the future, if there's add-ons and you know, after I finish the main game and I choose to buy the add-ons in the future, I have that choice. It's not just like, you know, hey, you can't get that weapon in the game if you don't pay for that. I don't want that. I just want to unlock things in the game in a really nice, gameplay-wise way. Nothing behind any paywalls in any regard that way. I just want to just enjoy it. My only other thing as well is, I think like a lot of people, you're watching the gameplay and the person is just blasting their way through, no pun intended, with their lightsaber, and they're just attacking everything and they're beating everything, and it makes the game seem very, very easy. Almost too easy. But they did reassure us that they had a really great player playing all the way through it. And so to give you a really good demonstration of the game itself, and that the game has a lot of difficulty. And it's not just press a button and something happens. You have to get good at this game. You got to get good. You know, so that made me feel a little bit better when they said that, because I was like, God, I feel like I could finish this game in like 6 hours, and I know I'm going to be crazy here and say that I really want a 20 to 30 hour gameplay experience. Maybe going back through the levels and collecting other things, that's definitely going to be there. But they did say that this was a game that you will get good at the better, you know, the more you play, and there's a lot of skill in it, and there's a lot to learn. So that made me feel a little bit more reassured, for sure. So what do I take away? I take away a new hope. No pun intended. I take away some hope here that this game is going to be a fun, single-player, story-driven, and they say it's very story-driven, and I believe them. They did really good with Titanfall 2. I thought that was a fun story. They have the ability to pull off a great story here. And I want to find out about this Jedi and what he's doing and what's going on and who he's related to. And I know it's not going to be related to the main characters, but I'm saying in the story itself of this particular game. What is his place in the universe? I was so excited with that gameplay. Some of the gameplay was good. You know, obviously, a lot of people will say, well, we've seen this kind of gameplay before. Yes, we have. But we've been waiting for a single-player Star Wars game for a very, very long time. You know, I remember Star Wars 1313, you know, everything kept getting canceled. So I'm going to say that I'm getting excited about this game. I have a little bit of hope for it, as I also did say. I think it comes out November 15th or something like that. I want to see a little bit more. I want to hear if there's going to be microtransactions or there's not, or let me know. You know what I mean? Let me know. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that I can just get that single-player game that we're all hoping for. I mean, I love Star Wars, the universe. I really do, and I've enjoyed so many great Star Wars games over the years, and I'm hoping that I can experience another great Star Wars game November 15th, and we're going to find out a little bit more going forward. But I just wanted to come in and give some early thoughts, reactions to that trailer, the first gameplay trailer. And what did you guys think down below? Did it live up to your expectations? Were you kind of like, oh no, it's kind of generic, or oh, I don't trust this game? Is that the kind of feeling you're having, or are you having a bit of hope like I am? I'm trying to have a little bit of hope. I think the gameplay looks really cool. The environments, the graphics, the animation, the gameplay there, everything looks pretty cool at this point. So I'm keeping the hope alive. So anyways, guys, until next time.